Good morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching Janata Television and this is the English Bulletin with me, Anustha Acharya. The top stories first. Voters list to be collected at local levels. Election Commission to launch special campaign from December 3. Regional Convention of Nepali Congress kicks off. This convention will elect representatives for the National Convention. Government starts providing COVID-19 vaccine to all above 18, urges eligible citizens to visit nearby vaccination centers. Austria imposes lockdown again. Europe faces prospects of new wave of COVID-19. And Manchester United decide to part company with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Michael Carrick to act as caretaker manager. And now the news in detail. The Election Commission is all set to launch registration of voters at the local level, giving continuity to the collection of voters list for the upcoming election. A report. For collection of voters list is underway at 77 election offices, 77 district administration offices and 40 different area administration offices. The EC said that it is going to launch a special program related to voters registration at 637 local levels from December 3. Issuing a press statement on Monday, Joint Secretary and spokesperson of EC, Saligram Sharma, said that the voters' name list would be collected at local levels of mountain and hill districts for 10 days, while the campaign will be held for 15 days at local levels of Tarai, Inner Madhes and Kathmandu Valley. Name of all citizens above 16 years who have acquired citizenship certificate would be collected, reads the statement. The EC said that voters' name list of the citizens who are out of the districts due to various reasons, including employment or studies, would also be collected from December 3. Around 2,300 staff are directly involved in collection of voters' name list under the special program across the nation. The Regional Congress of the ruling Nepali Congress started from yesterday. The regional convention held in run-up to the party's 14th General Convention was conducted in 125 House of Representatives constituencies. Of the total 165 House of Representatives constituencies, Regional Convention of ANSI was already held in 16 constituencies. Shared the party's Central Election Committee. ANSI's information officer Kesav Rizal said that they were informed that votes were cast, nomination and voting was determined, and efforts were underway for unanimous election. Those constituencies where the regional convention could not take place on Monday will see convention held today. The regional convention will elect the national convention representatives who will elect the party's central leadership. ANSI is going to hold its much awaited national convention from December 10 to 12 this year. Nepal has given special emphasis on expanding its relation with the European Union. Minister for Foreign Affairs Narayan Khadka expressed the desire to expand Nepal's relation with the EU during the meeting with the Deputy Managing Director of EU for Asia and the Pacific of European External Affairs Service, Paola Pampolani. The meeting was held at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Singadarbar on November 21. Pampaloni is the Nepal leading a three-member delegation for the 13th meeting of Nepal-EU Joint Commission scheduled for November 24. During the last meeting, Minister Khadka discussed topic of mutual interest as well as regional and multilateral affairs with the visiting delegates. Range of matters concerning Nepal-EU partnership were discussed, including development cooperation, trade and civil aviation, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs said. The European Union has been supporting Nepal in trade and investment, commerce, energy, science and technology, agriculture, human resource development, environment conservation, post-earthquake reconstruction, rural development, nutrition, education, good governance, among others. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back. We continue with other national news. The government yesterday confirmed 367 new cases of coronavirus across the country. Following the latest round of tests, the total cases of coronavirus in the country have climbed to 819,386. According to the Ministry of Health and Population, altogether 800,617 infected persons have recovered from the disease in the country. The death toll from coronavirus has climbed to 11,500 after the virus claimed 4 more lives yesterday. Nepal is currently among top 46 countries that have been most affected by the pandemic. The USA tops the list with over 48.73 million confirmed cases, followed by India with over 34.52 million cases. Coronavirus has infected more than 258.35 million people across the world and claimed over 5.17 million lives. The government has started providing COVID-19 vaccine to all people above 18 years of age. Prior to this, the vaccination campaign was focused on target groups, but now it is available for all. Joint spokesperson at the Ministry of Health and Population, Dr. Samir Adhikari, said that the government has decided to provide vaccines to all above 18 as the supplies have become regular. The urged all eligible citizens who missed the previous doses to visit the nearby vaccination centers and get the shot. The government has set a target of vaccinating one-third of the population by mid-January and 21. 7 million people by mid-April next year. Till date, 30% of the total population has been given the first dose of vaccine, while the population receiving the full course is 26%. Chief of the District Health Office, Kathmandu Sambu Kafle, said the vaccine is available at various centers including Birendra Military Hospital, Nepal Police Hospital, Syed Memorial Hospital, Kalanki Vaidya Hospital, Balku, Lotse Building in New Bus Park, Gongapur and the Herbs Processing Center, Jaributi in Kathmandu. And now the news from economic front. The 3-day-long 18th Handicraft Trade Fair and 16th Handicraft Competition organized by the Federation of Handicraft Association of Nepal ended on November 21. The federation said that the fair recorded transaction of Rs 80 million. At the concluding ceremony of the fair, Chief Minister of Bagmati Province, Rajendra Pandey, said that the provincial government would extend its support for the development and expansion of handicraft products. Likewise, Deputy Mayor of Kathmandu Metropolitan City, Hariprabha Khadgi, also pledged her full support for the development of handicraft sector on behalf of the metropolitan city. The Federation's chairman, Surendra Bhai Sakya, stated that the handicraft sector has vital role for preservation of arts and cultures as well as for the exporting and employment creation in the country. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back. Now the international news. Austria on Monday became the first country in Western Europe to reimpose lockdown since vaccines were rolled out, shutting non-essential shops, bars and cafes as surging caseloads raised the prospect of the third winter in deep freeze for the continent. Germany will also need tighter restrictions to control a record-setting wave of infection, outgoing Chancellor Angela Merkel was quoted as saying. Such remarks erased gains on European stock markets and sent bond yields down, Reuters reported. With Europe once again the epicenter of the global pandemic, new restrictions and vaccine mandates are expected to spread nearly 2 years after the first COVID-19 case was identified in China. According to Reuters, Austria told people to work from home if they can and sought cafes, restaurants, bars, theaters and non-essential shops for 10 days. People may leave home for a limited number of reasons such as going to workplaces, buying essentials or taking a walk. The Austrian government has also announced it will make it compulsory to get inoculated as of February 1. Around a third of Austrians are unvaccinated, one of the highest rates in Western Europe. Authorities mainly blame the unvaccinated for the current COVID wave. Through protection from vaccines given early this year, is also warning inoculation greatly reduces a risk of serious illness or death and does not prevent vital transmission or reinfection. Eastern European countries where vaccination rates are even lower have been experiencing some of the greatest death tolls per capita in the world, with hospitals becoming overrun in countries such as Bulgaria and Romania. You are watching Janata Bulletin and now the latest from the world of sports. United have confirmed Solskjaer's assistant Michael Carrick will be replaced in temporary charge, with the club also revealing their intention to appoint an interim manager until the end of the season. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was sacked after Saturday's 4-1 defeat at Watford. United have won just one of the past 7 Premier League matches and are 8th in the table. We know it has not been good enough. The recent performances have not been good enough, Maguire said. United's defeat at Watford left them 12 points behind league leaders Chelsea. The recent run of 4 from included a 5-0 thrashing by Liverpool at Old Trafford and a 2-0 home defeat by Manchester City, where they were outclassed. Maguire, who was sent off at Watford for 2 bookings, added the manager spoke to us. Pochettino is the club's first choice as Solskjaer's permanent replacement, with the former Tottenham manager potentially becoming more attainable by the summer than the currently Ajax head coach Erik ten Hag is understood to be United's second choice. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin and the headlines once again. Voters list to be collected at local level. Selection Commission to launch special campaign from December 3. Regional Convention of Nepali Congress kicks off. This convention will elect representatives for the National Convention. Government starts providing COVID-19 vaccine to all above 18, urges eligible citizens to visit nearby vaccination centers. Austria imposes lockdown again. Europe faces prospects of new wave of COVID-19. And Manchester United decide to part company with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Michael Carrick to act as caretaker manager. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.